Yalla, let's write our names. Full name in Arabic. Work with a partner. Have them read it. Remember, no short vowels. So the idea is you want to write it in a way that somebody, an Arab, would know kind of how to pronounce your name and would get it fairly close. Remember to use long vowels to represent vowel quality, even if there isn't a long vowel. And Ustaza Kirsten and I will go around and help. Do your middle name too. James. James.
Is this right?
Robert.
So I rewrote it.
Robert. 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 So if you were going to put a short vowel there, what would it be? Excuse me, a long vowel. A vowel, right? If it's a dhamma, then it would translate Robert. I think that would be very close with the vowel. Because remember, if there's two long vowels, the second one would automatically be shortened, the one that doesn't have stress on it. So, Robert. Very close, but not with an alif. That would be Robert. Robert.
I always write it with a T.
Robert. Fandafir. I kind of like it with this alif in it. But it's entirely up to you. Fandafir. I kind of like it with both of the alifs, but it's up to you.
I definitely like the first one.
Yeah, I like it with both of them. Fantafir. What is it? Okay, Simon. Now your name is actually Simon, right? But
yeah,
you go by Simon.
Pronounce Simon. What I've noticed. For instance, if you put it in a translator, it can come out as Simon.
Is that what you want to be called in Arabic? Because you could write Simon.
Yeah, I know you can.
Yeah, okay.
But I was
Simon.
assuming that's how it's really pronounced. Like,
No, that's the French pronunciation.
Really?
You don't have to pronounce it that way at all if you don't want to. You can call yourself Simon. You don't have to change your name. It's up to you. If you write it this way, people will call you Simon. Simon.
You want to lose your identity?
But I mean, because of the Lebanese thing too, I mean, and the French influence in Lebanon, that would work for you. Yeah. Simon, and it would be familiar to people. Simon. So are you comfortable with being Simon in Arabic? Okay. You're Simon. Okay. Gamil. Okay. You're Simon from now on in this class. I'm no longer Simon. Simon. There we go. قمصية ولا قمصية كيف how do you spell قمصية? This is قمصية not قمصية. هذا قمصية.
Well, I don't know how it's technically pronounced in Arabic.
قمصية. Well, you said it. قمصية.
Yeah, I know it.
قمصية ولا قمصية? قمصية. Okay. Since it's in Arabic, you know, you wouldn't put a long vowel in there, obviously. But قمصية. قمصية. قمصة. قمصية. قميص. قمصية. Somewhere the word shirt maker, were your family's shirt makers or something? قمصية. Maybe it's a place name. Questions? Okay, good. How are we doing on that? Any questions about how to write your name?
I'm still working on that. If you have a short I sound, do you just turn it into the long A?
It depends. Tell me, can you give me a specific example?
Biden Miller. Like Miller.
Biden.
Just do the Miller part. Like that's what I'm confused. Probably like Miller.
Miller. That's how I would do it. Biden Miller. Biden Miller is how I would do that.
And like Elizabeth. Yeah, like how would you do
That
the
makes
I
so much more
and
sense. I don't know why I gave up right
How are you writing?
Biden Miller.
Like,
That makes so much more sense. Why did I not believe it?
What's
Or if you're okay with Elizabeth, you could just do that. Elizabeth. 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 And then no long vowel here. Elizabeth. Miller. Any other questions? Hmm?
I'm not sure about
Say it.
height.
It's an Arabic name, right?
Yes. I've never seen it.
It's probably Hayek. 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 مش كده؟ Hayek.
Well, that's how I spelled it.
Hayek.
I spelled it with an I in there, just maybe.
No, but you had a ha, and also, and I love this so much, your name in Arabic, and I want you to start using it, is Yahya. Yahya. Yahya.
That's awesome!
Isn't it?
How come I didn't know this my whole life?
Yahya. Yahya. Yah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yahya. Hayek. Yahya. Yahya. Yahya the Baptist. Yahya the Baptist. So, خلاص? And now we can, you're going to say John if that's okay. Okay. Yahya and John. So we'll say to distinguish our John. Mashi, any other questions about writing your name? Kimia?
Well, I don't know if it's right. That's all.
Why is there what?
I just don't know if it's right.
I'm sorry, Kimia. Jonathan? Yahya?
What's the swell at the end? Is that another,
This?
another half?
It's a yeah, but it's an Alif. It's a version of Alif, which
Oh, yes,
we'll
that
be
we just
learning it
learned about
soon, right?
last
Did
time.
we?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. So that's how you spell
Just kidding,
Yahya.
that's a Hamza
And it
seed.
comes Hayek, Yahya. It comes from the root Hayawa, which has to do with life. Yahya. Kimia,
Well, can you just double check it?
tell me your name, and I'll write it how I would write it, and you can tell me what you did if you did the same. Yalla, Kimia. Kimia, the Kimia part. That's easy.
No, I know that part.
Okay.
Dargahi.
Darga.
He.
What?
He. Dargahi.
Dargahi. Dargahi. Okay. Dar. Ra. He. And then you can choose whichever H you want there. That's how I would do it. Dargahi. Dargahi. You could do Dargahi too, but this is going to be Darjahi for a lot. So I would go with the Ra. It's used in Chicago also. Chicago. It's actually written with a rain, so you find that Dargahi. Probably Dargahi, right? You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Or do you want your name to be Dargahi? Dargahi. كده. Dargahi. Yeah.
So, is it Buddha or an Alif for Kimia?
Either one.
Oh, really?
If you have a feminine name, so I write my name Martha, but I could write it Martha or Martha. And like the word Sara is actually sometimes written like, Sara, or in Arabic you also see it sometimes like this. So there are actually some variations on it. Yeah, so I have some options if you have a female name that ends in, did you want to do your name, last name?
Yes.
Say it.
Dolajalik.
Dolajalik.
Yeah, I have it written, but I just don't know.
Dolajalik. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Dolajalik. Dolajalik.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Don't you think? Dolajalik?
Why would it be the da instead of the do?
That would be Dolajolak. Dola. It's Dolajolak.
It's the
Dola.
way it affects the rest of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely has to do with vowels. Putting in emphatics, it has to do with what the vowels sound like.
It would be a G.
Washington. Washington. Washington, D.C. is spelled with a ta because of the wa, to get that aw in there. Washington.
So
Faddali.
in English, like my last name has an accent mark over the A. Can I do the saw instead of the
You need to give me sound.
Sanchez. It's supposed to be
Absolutely, I would do a
Sanchez.
sod for that. Absolutely. Yeah, to get that. Oh, so what else?
Sanchez. Oh, I should the noon and then judge
Very good. The uh-huh.
and then
Just like this. Sanchez. Uh-huh. You could Sanchez. You could maybe you could do that. Because you can't do short vowels, right? So you have to figure out a way to write your name so that without any short vowels, the person reading it is going to be able to pronounce it. So I would say you could do, but this is an awful lot of consonants. Sanchez, 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 Sanchez. I think I would go with Sanchez.
because it's a ch sound.
Yeah.
You said you
Sanchez.
can't just put SH. Sanchez.
Like Charles.
Yeah, Charles.
It's just combined to make kind of stuff. I forgot to say yours. That's
Shaw. Shaw. Charles. Good. Okay. Sanchez. The problem is that with the son, this would come out in Egyptian Sanchez
Yeah.
because of the sods. Sanchez. 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 That's a tricky one.
I'll stick with the consonant plus there.
You really?
Yeah.
Sanchez.
It's easier to write.
Okay. Meshi. Okay. Meshi? Yalla.
Why would it be a G instead of a Z for my name?
Say it.
Dolajalik.
Ja.
Oh, okay, it's different in
Ja.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Is it dole or dolat?
Dolajalik.
Oh, dolat.
So we do like garlic and
Dola.
Okay.
So would that be a short vowel?
Yeah. Afwan?
Would that be a short vowel?
What?
Long? Dolat? Or would it be dolat?
It is.
that's just the way you write lamb and ellie next to each other.
No, I think I'm just confused.
So remember that the long vowels are not necessarily pronounced long, right? They're there to indicate what the vowel quality is, because if you took it out, it would just sort of be hard to know. Doljolek, you couldn't even get, right? So dole. Always err on the side of putting in extra long vowels. You can't go wrong making it more clear. Dolajolek.
Is it common in Arabic like to not to write your name without any short vowels, or like if you're filling out paperwork?
You always write without short vowels.
Oh.
Not just writing your name. You always write in Arabic without short vowels.
Oh.
Always. People don't ever write unless for some reason somebody.
Like if they don't
I
want
mean,
to learn
on a
stuff, they do
test
that.
maybe. I don't even know when under what circumstances would somebody write when they're learning how to write Arabic in school or something. But Arabic is written without short vowels all the time. So you cannot count on those short vowels to enable somebody to know how to read your you really have to come up. Meshi, yalla bina. Dictation. Can I get a couple people up at the board? We just have 3 phrases that we're going to do dictation with. Can I get a couple volunteers? Elizabeth. No, I'm just reading your name. I'm not asking you to volunteer. Somebody that has not been to the board more than once this semester. Everybody's been to the board at least once, right? Okay, someone who's only been to the board once so far this semester. Oh, seriously? Imran, yalla tfaddal. Yalla bina, yalla tfaddal. Who else? Yahya, yalla Yahya. Yalla Yahya, Nikki has volunteered you. Shukran ya Nikki. And Nikki, you need to come up with a different first name. That's all there is to it. No, I'm serious. You really do. You need to come up with a different. Nicole?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know how to spell that, right?
It's a bad word in
Nicole.
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's a very bad word. Yeah. Yeah. She can tell you later. Okay. All right, here we go. Number one. عندي. Remember to repeat after me. Pay attention.
Sorry.
You with me?
Yes.
عندي سؤال الآن. Very nice. عندي سؤال الآن. عندي سؤال الآن. 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 عندي. Say it and see if. عندي سؤال الآن. الآن. عندي سؤال الآن. Good. Okay. Move to the side if you would. So let's look at عندي.
I spelled the wrong letter, but I picked the right. I knew what I wanted to do, but I couldn't have to do the beginning.
Okay, you
The
want to
first- yeah.
fix it? Fix it for us. عندي. Imran, would you fix your noon and dal? Kind of right. So the dal should actually not be lower. It's starting. It looks a little bit like a ra there, right? The dal.
Like that?
عندي.
Oh. Like this?
No, that really looks like a ra, right? So we want it to look like a dal. عندي.
Like that?
Keep it
Keep
like
the bottom
on this
little.
imaginary
Oh, the
line,
bottom.
so like you're getting come up.
Like that?
You want to keep it like on that imaginary line.
That's right. Yeah. The dal and the dal do not go down below that imaginary line when you're writing. Very nice. It starts to look like a ra or a zay. And it's not quite so angular, a little bit rounder. Just round it out a little bit there. There, okay. عندي جميل. سؤال. عندي سؤال.
I feel like I should put
أيوة.
it somewhere.
أيوة. سؤال. سؤال. Very nice. عندي سؤال. So what do you all think? عندي سؤال. So Imran and Yahya have written this word in two different ways. Which one do you think is the right way? سؤال.
You're both wrong.
Well, they're both, yeah, they're
No, one of them is right.
oh, really?
Yes. Imran or Yahya?
Yeah.
Yahya. How would you say what Imran wrote? Su'al. Exactly. It's a long U and then a hamza with a fatha on it. And it's actually su'al. Su'al. Very nice. There's a dhamma there, isn't there, on the sa?
Because
Su'al.
it's just they stop, right? And then-
So,
No, because it's like
It's like
short U and then stop on the.
yeah, there's
other
a seat, the kursi on the or something.
sorry, Lydia, I'm not following.
I don't know when you're supposed to. Like I know that word, so I knew to put the hamza on the.
Okay,
wow, but
and you know that's not such a bad way to do hamza. To tell you the truth, there are rules to how when you write the hamza on the waw and when on the alif. Some of them are good to know. So at the beginning of a word, it's always on an alif. Another good thing to remember is that the kursi of the hamza is not pronounced. But it does tell you something about the vowels in the vicinity of the hamza, which is unique to hamza, right? No other consonant in Arabic will give you any clue as to the short vowels around it. And the short vowels aren't written. So it's like the curse and the good thing about hamza. You know, there's this, you have to remember that it's written in different ways, but those different ways reflect short vowels around it. So you actually get like even without the dhamma on the scene, I know that that word is su'al. The fact that it's written on a waw is telling me that there's an o sound before it. Having said that, the rules for when you write it on a dhamma, when you write it on a ya, when you write it are, it's a fairly non-portable rule, but we can talk about it at some point. The best thing for now is when you learn individual rules that have hamza, just learn them for, you know, how to write it in that word. Think of it as just learning how to write that word. Su'al, very nice. Su'al.
So this fatha doesn't go there?
It doesn't have to go there. It's not wrong to put it though, because it's before an alif, right? And we said you can always put a fatha before an alif. It's a little bit redundant, but su'al.
And also al-an should be written differently.
Excuse me?
Shouldn't al-an be written differently?
Al-an. Al-an. Are either of those correct?
No.
Should be alif.
So first of all, how do we write lam alif?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But otherwise you had it right.
So it wouldn't be a lamb?
Close, but it's still not quite. This is alan. It's al-an.
That was right.
Al-an. So what are you hearing? Al-an. Sound-wise, what are you hearing when I say al-an?
Hamza is really long.
Hamza followed by alif, right? Al-an. So how would you write?
You had it right the first time. You just
You should have an idea if you did your homework
Is it
last
the long
night.
alif with the hamza on
It's
the...
the
Imran had it right. They just like he had it the first time. They just didn't write it right.
I'm sorry, I didn't see what Imran originally had written. Okay, so here's what Yahya has written. Lam alif, a alif. So what you're hearing al an, right? Al an, right? But is this possible?
No.
This plus this becomes, right? So you get al an. Al-an, huh? Al-an. What words have this in it? Qur'an, exactly. Qur'an. In the Quran, it is actually written Al-Qur'an, but this is a very unusual spelling. So the hamza on the without any kind of a kursi followed by an alif. This is the more modern spelling of Al-Qur'an. Al-Qur'an, or Qur'an. Madda. Alif Madda. It's called Alif Madda. Mashi?
Is that also the kind of one that you can kind of just memorize per word? Because I can't really hear it otherwise.
No, that one is phonetic.
Okay.
You should be able to hear that one. Let's do another one. You guys want to stay up there? Okay. This is an easy one. You did the difficult one. This next one's a lot easier. Ana asif. Ana asif. Say it while you're writing. Ana asif. Perfect. Okay. Did you all get that one? Lydia? What did you write?
So alif hamza. I can hear it in the middle of the word, but I can't.
So without that, it would be ana asif. Ana asif. And I said?
Okay. So if it's long at the beginning, it's the alif.
Right. So if you hear hamza followed by long alif, that's
I
what?
didn't hear the hamza, but I just heard the long alif, so I just thought that's how you know it's the alif hamza.
Say it.
Asif.
Say it again.
Okay.
Asif. Asif. See, the reason you're kind of not hearing it is because if you were to say, and that's how we've sort of been writing this all along, how would you say this? What do you hear in the beginning? You hear a glottal stop, right? But we don't write it, so we're kind of like not aware of it. But anytime you say a word that begins with a vowel, you will say a glottal stop before you say that vowel. That's just the way we pronounce words that begin with vowel. Orange. Orange. That has a glottal stop in the beginning. We don't write it in English, so we're kind of not aware of it. So you have to kind of learn to hear it there, right? As if. What would it sound like if it didn't have a hamza in it?
I don't think you can do it.
Thank you. And who talks like that? Say it again. This is maybe not the most politically correct thing to point out, but deaf people speak like this. Especially with hamzas, because they come from down here and they just are not like aware that they have to do that sound. So that they say words that begins with vowels without that. So, as if.
What's the difference? I'm not hearing the difference.
As if. As if.
Also, you can't
Just without, don't begin with a glottal stop. Just go right into the vowel. As if. It's hard to do. It's hard to do it without the glottal stop because we automatically put it in. Okay, can you hear it though? As if. You stop. As if. It's like how you begin. ماشي. أنا آسفة. يلا. أنا آسفة. That's the female version. We don't need to do that one. Let's do a third one. You right? You're going to stay up there for us? You guys are doing a great job for us. أنا نسيت التعبير الثالث كان إيه؟ أوكي. طائرة يمنية. طائرة يمنية. طائرة يمنية.
This is feminine, correct?
Yes. Unless I tell you otherwise, anytime you hear a, it means تمربوطة.
Oh, maybe it's. Say it one more time.
طائرة يمنية.
This looks right.
Say it with me, James. طائرة يمنية. أيوة. طائرة يمنية. Very nice. You caught it
Is
though.
that a feminine?
يمنية. Yes. Yes.
Is it feminine?
Yes.
Oh.
Yemeniya. They're both. So for dictation purposes, unless I tell you otherwise, if you hear an a, it means it's a feminine ending at the end of a word, yeah?
But it's a good song.
Okay. Yalla. Kwais. Yalla, let's look and see what Yahya and Imran wrote and see if we wrote the same thing. So ta'ira. Did you write the same thing for ta'ira? Or it?
Imran.
I know, it's weird.
A little bit.
No, wait.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm more concerned about the that's fine. Go ahead and rewrite it. You can. But what is there anything missing? Ta'ira?
Ta. Oh, is it a ta? Or a ta?
That would be ta'ira. There's no hamza. Right? Are you thinking it might be an alif madda?
No. Is it the ta? Ira? Or just ta? Ira?
What's
Like, is it the long alif madda?
the long alif madda has a hamza in the beginning. So if it were that, it would be ta'ira. Ta'ira, right? Which it isn't. No. So ta'ira. But what's missing? Ta'ira.
Oh.
Ta'ira.
Kasra.
Oh.
Kasra. And you probably kind of don't even feel like it needs to be there. Why?
I don't think it needs to.
Because you can't have that.
Why do you have the sense that it's not as important to write the kasra? Because the hamza is written on the, it's called a nabra, the ya without the thing on it, and that's actually telling you that there's a kasra there.
Oh.
I was wondering actually.
Uh-huh. So you actually, like I said, the hamza, the seat of the hamza is giving you information about the vowels that are in the surrounding area of the hamza, and it is the only consonant in Arabic that works like that. So, but you so put it there if you're vocalizing completely.
Can
Yes.
you have
Nabra, nabra,
nabra?
nabra.
Can you have that with
Ala nabra. Ala
with
nabra.
the hamza with a fatha or no?
No.
It's always kasra?
No, then it would be on an alif.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think any of the
Only at the beginning of the word, actually. The beginning of the word, it's always an alif, whether it's a dhamma, fatha, or kasra on it, right? But inside, the seat is actually telling you what vowels are in the surrounding area, what short vowels, either right before or on it. Mishi? Yahya.
I didn't think I saw any of the examples in the book with a short vowel on any of the seats, the hamza seats that we learned. I was like, I looked for one, I didn't find one, so I didn't know if you're supposed to do it or not. 'Cause I don't think I did it in my homework. for that.
Okay, okay. If there's a short vowel on it, though, you can definitely write it. Okay, how about the word, now we have a little bit of difference here in terms of how we wrote. Are either, well, they can't both be right. Are either one of those correct? Huh? Imran's is right, but there's a yes, Kate. There's a,
Oh.
say it,
Oh right.
say it.
Yemeniya.
Oh, on the yeah?
La.
No.
La.
Wait, just kidding. What's
Say it, Nikki.
Yeah. Yemeni. Oh well, yeah. Okay, I'm confused.
Say it again.
Yemeniya. Okay, I was confusing it
on
with
the now?
noon. Like I was making the noon longer in my head than the yeah.
You were-
Oh, Yemeniya. That's what I was saying.
Okay, so you put it on the noon?
Yeah.
Exa-
I just
That would be, exactly, that would be Yemeniya.
right.
Or if you took it off of the ya, Yemeniya. Right? Yemeniya.
The shadow kind of explains how the E and the ya kind of in one because you're holding E. Because at first I was like, it's almost like there's two yas and one's a vowel, one's not. So it's just got a shout out.
And are shaddas important to put when you're writing?
For dictation, especially at this point, yes. Because when we're doing dictation like this, that's what this is all about, is hearing. Shadda will figure prominently in your quiz on this week, right? It did not figure in your previous quiz because it is in Unit 5, and the last quiz was only 1 through 4. So make sure you go back and review Shadda. You listen to those words again. ماشي؟ يمنية. شكرا يحيى وشكرا يا عمران. شكرا. Okay, يلا. Vocabulary activation. Vocabulary activation. So we're going to activate the new vocabulary that you learned for today. Okay.
Jameson's on petty.
So I have some pictures for you. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do.
Like this, I thought that was sick. I think that was hot. Like,
Oh, I know.
Oh, those pictures.
I know. It's filming.
I know she's ill.
Oh, okay, they don't
طيب
They don't have a
ماشي يلا. So I'm going to have you work with a partner for about 10 minutes or so, describing these pictures using as much new vocabulary as possible, but also using long sentences, so reusing, recycling older vocabulary also. But the focus is on the new vocabulary for today. In the next phase, I'm going to put you into groups of 4 to share your sentences, and then we'll end up with you all telling us the wonderful sentences that you've come up with using all of the new vocabulary, inshallah, to describe these pictures. Meshi? Okay, close your books. عربي بس عربي بس عنده بيبسي كولا كويس
Do it. Everyone.
في ثلاثة.
احنا ثلاثة. جميل. اوكي تمام.
حرانة
في شدة على الراء. وألف.
عندها
شدة على الراء. كويس تمام. ايوه عربي بس.
هو أو هو عطشان وهو بردان
هو عطشان و ايه تاني؟ هو عطشان وهو ويشرب بيبسي كولا. هو عطشان. هو بيحب بيبسي كولا.
هو يحب كوكاكولا مش بيبسي كولا.
كوكاكولا. ماشي اوكي.
هو عايز يشرب.
هو عطشان قوي. ماشي. هو عطشان قوي ويشرب كوكاكولا. هو يشرب كوكاكولا كبيرة. يشرب كوكاكولا كبيرة. جميل. تمام.
هو
عربي بس. وايه تاني؟ مرة ثانية. وايه تاني؟ حاجة تانية. ايه تاني؟ ده
هو
غريب. هو بردان.
غريب.
هو عنده بيت. لا هو عنده بيت. ما
عنده حاش.
هو عنده ما عندوش. هو ما عندوش بيت. هو بردان. هو عنده بيت. فين بيته؟ بيت. ايوه في شارع بيته. شارع ما عندوش بيت. هو بردان. كويس. ماشي كويس.
ready جاهز.
انت جاهزة. اتفضلي. انت جاهزة. اتفضلي. يلا. Let's break up into let's reconfigure and go into now 4 groups, larger groups. احنا كام طالب في الصف النهارده؟ كام طالب في الفصل؟ 1 2 3 4 5 6. يلا معايا 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5. اوكي. فممكن هنعمل ايه؟ ممكن ممكن 3 مجموعات ب4 ومجموعة واحدة ب3. ماشي؟ 1 3
2 3
4
1 4
3. ماشي؟ فعندنا 1 2 3 يعني ف4 فيها بس 3. ها؟ 4 هنا 4 هنا و3 هنا و2 هنا و1 هنا إن شاء الله. أوكي؟ 1 2 3 4.
يلا بينا.
يلا.
واحد
وعربي بس. وعربي بس. أيوة مع السلامة. الله يسلمك. اتفضل.
هي في يوتا والآن هي بردان.
أيوة هي بردانة في يوتا. ممتاز. مصرية بردانة في يوتا. ممتاز. يلا يا ليديا.
دي مكتب.
دي ولا
ده مكتب. ده مكتب. ده مكتب جميل في من مدينة كايرو.
مكتب جديد من مدينة كايرو. من مدينة القاهرة.
في مدينة في مدينة
القاهرة.
ماشي.
اوكي هو عطشان أو هو في مصر. هو
أنا بحب
عنده حق. لا عنده هو عنده كوكا كولا. كوكا كولا كبيرة. هو يحب يشرب كوكا كولا. بس
5 عليا. 5 عليا. ماشي. يلا تفضل يا جون.
هي
عربي بس. عربي بس.
هي اسمه
هي
اسمه جين.
هي اسمه
هو اسمه
هي اسمها جين وهي عيانة أوي.
معلش
هي حرانة. هي حرانة أوي.
حرانة وعيانة.
هي لازم
تشرب
مية.
5 عليا. هي لازم تشرب مية. هي عيانة. ليديا عايزة. يلا تفضلي يا ليديا.
هي صاحبتي. هي صاحبتي سامية. هي تعبانة أوي. هي تعبانة أوي. هي تشرب
أو لازم تشرب إيه؟ هي لازم تشرب إيه؟
هي لازم تشرب مية.
لازم تشرب مية عشان تعبانة؟ لازم تشرب إيه؟ لازم تشرب قهوة. أو لازم تشرب لا هو شو في ال 5 ساعات انرجي. ايوه قوة.
تشرب قهوة؟
لا صح لأن هي
خلصانة.
I know the word.
أيوة هي
صغير شجرة صغير.
هي صغيرة صح مش كبيرة. فهي لا مش بتشرب
لا تشرب.
قهوة. مش جميل.
اسمها فيروز. فيروز هي خلصانة.
هي تعبانة.
تعبانة أوي اليوم ومش عايزة
في جامعة تكساس.
يدرس اليوم.
ما بيعرفوش كلمة مش عايزة تروح
الفصل.
كويس. مش عايزة تروح الفصل. ممتاز. مش عايزة تروح 5 عالية. مش عايزة تروح. هي مش عايزة تروح الفصل. جميل.
ده مكتب
مش
ليبيا.
مبسوطة. هي مبسوطة أوي. عندها
أخبار تمام.
عندها أخبار كويسة. عندها أخبار كويسة.
عندها أخت جديدة.
ممكن عندها أخت جديدة. يلا. كويس. هي ايه يا فرحانة؟ ماذا؟ ايه؟ هي مش
هي مش مبسوطة.
شكرا.
هي مش مبسوطة. هي مش مبسوطة يعني هي ايه مش مبسوطة. هي
زعلانة.
ده مكتب دي
هي مش مبسوطة. هي زعلانة. ليه هي زعلانة؟ ليه؟
ما عندهش أخبار كويسة.
هي
ما
أخبار. هذا بيبي. أخبار. لا البيبي لا. ليه البيبي زعلان؟ ليه البيبي؟ هي ولا هو؟ هي زعلانة ليه؟
هي عايزة حليب.
مثلا عايزة حليب. هي عايزة مية. عايزة لبن. عايزة حليب. عايزة ماما. ممكن.
بس ماما بعيد عن البيت.
كويس. بس ماما بعيد ولا بعيدة؟
بعيدة.
البيت. أيوة. بعيدة عن البيت. ماما بعيدة عن البيت. ماما مش البيت. ماما مش في البيت ومش شو the opposite of بعيدة. ماما مش
قريبة من البيت.
مش يلا قول أنت نفس ماما مش بعيدة
قريبة.
قريبة. بعيدة 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 عن قريبة. مش قريبة في قريبة. بعيدة عن البيت قريبة من البيت. صح، قريبة من. فهي زعلانة مش مبسوطة، عايزة ماما، وماما بعيدة عن البيت مش
قريبة.
مش ايه؟ عروبة. مش ايه؟ مش ايه؟ بعيدة بعيدة.
بعيدة عن
ايوه بس العكس، the opposite. بعيدة و no. أنا أعرف إن عمار بيعرف. عمار knows it but I'm not trying to get him not to say it. يعني بعيدة عن. هي عيانة. هي عيانة ممكن، بس هو what's the opposite of بعيدة؟ هي بعيدة ماما مش في البيت. هي بعيدة عن البيت، هي مش زي نقول near. The opposite of far. هي بعيدة عن البيت مش. No recollection at all. Any of the sounds in the word near?
right. Well, I was just scared.
جميل. قريب من قاهرة صح؟ مش في Egyptian. لا في Egyptian زي قاهرة قريب. ماشي قريب. عندنا صغير 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 صغرة صغير بالإيجيبشن بالمصري صغير صغير. فصغير صغير قريب صغير. صغرة صغير. قربة صغير صغرة صغير قهربة قريب 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 قريب. ماشي جميل. Oh my gosh, too much time. Okay, I'm sorry I wasn't watching the time. I wanted to leave at least 5 minutes for you to share. Okay, is there a group that maybe we could do a couple of sharings though? This group has been doing an excellent job. Why don't you share one of your يلا James?
هي فيروز من مصر. الآن فيروز بعد عن مصر. هي في يوتا وهي بردانة أوي.
كويس أوي. جميل شكرا. مرة تانية هي عن مصر. هي
من مصر.
هي من مصر ولكن الآن هي
بعيدة عن مصر.
مرة ثانية هي
بعيدة عن مصر.
هي بعيدة عن جميل. هي بعيدة عن مصر وهي بردانة قوي. شكرا. We have time for one more. Who wants to do one last sharing? يحيى. يلا يا عمار. يلا يا عمار.
هو مصطفى
و هو جعان قوي اليوم. عنده برجر بس مش عايز برجر، عايز شاورما وفلافل لبنانية.
وفلافل لبناني. طيب شكرا يا عمر. ماشي. Did that help you activate some of the new vocabulary? Okay. Some of you, I noticed, by the way, you were doing a really good job. I want you to really start trying to work harder at staying in English, in Arabic. When you're now, there is a really wonderful energy in this class. And I think a lot of that comes from you guys have really good relations with each other. And that's going to make it even harder for you to stay in Arabic. It really is, because you want to socialize with each other, and it's going to be hard to do that. But I really want you to make a recommitment to this and figure out ways to do this social interaction with each other in Arabic. It will really help you. ماشي؟